Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades 2 Warsong Update Edition. And last time we saw a bunch of the new stuff, so if you haven't seen that or played it yourself, then definitely go check it out. Alright, now that I've given you the spoiler warning, yeah, that was pretty crazy. To be honest, I think we got a strong enough build and made it far enough last time that I'm not exactly sure that we can repeat the success, but we'll give it a go. Now, obviously we didn't make it all the way, or succeed at the very end of the run, but we made it to the final boss, and it was pretty cool. We couldn't see how much health Typhon had, so we don't exactly know how close we were to defeating him, but I feel like we got pretty close. I did also try to do some math based on how we knew we had one skill that was dealing 15% of his health, that much damage, and it triggered twice, and it dealt a different amount of damage on those two different instances, so I don't actually know how much health in total he had. By one metric, I think he had about 500,000 health, and by the other one, I think it was a little bit over 100,000 or something like that. So it might actually be that we had to read the fine print, and it wasn't that we dealt 15% of his total health as damage, but 15% of however much health he had remaining as damage, and that might explain why it was not the same number both times, but I don't know. Anyways, we did also pick up some new keepsakes in that run, including this experimental hammer, which is cool. I am kind of tempted to try this out, even if it's a little gimmicky, since it randomly changes. And as soon as you take this off, then you lose that upgrade, and it's probably not something we would choose in one of the latter floors over, say, a luckier tooth. So, what's the other? I think we also got this. Deal 30% damage, but lose 5% of this bonus after each encounter. Alright, and this is one that you would only want to use very late in the run, or you know what? What about in Chaos Trial, maybe? I don't know. So, I think maybe we will either start with something relatively defensive, like the Silken Sash, or I think we're about to get this gold purse upgraded. Yeah, so maybe we go with that. That is what we started off with last time. The bonus weapon this time around, ooh, it's the axe. This remains the weapon that I feel the least comfortable with. I mean, yes, there are others that are newer, like this and the skull, except I feel like, we just used the, the black coat, and we did pretty well with it, so this just feels more intuitive to me. I just don't like how slow this is.
Each of the ancient fate-wrought arms of night is now rejoined under the Princess of the Underworld's care, all equally prepared to rid the realm of any of its foes.
As am I.
But actually, hold on. I don't remember. Yeah, on the aspect side of things, we have not gone very far with this guy, probably because we haven't used this weapon very much, because I've kind of deliberately avoided it. But maybe we've just haven't found the right aspect for us yet. Let's see, your cast lasts for 3 seconds longer and erupts like your charged cast if struck by your charged special. So you combine a mixture of cast and charge special. Hold on. Cast is like that. Oh, that's the charge special. Okay, that could have some potential. It does require a Charon card, because there's the aspect of Charon. That's a cool touch. But what about the aspect of Thanatos? Your attack is faster. That is one of the things I don't like about this weapon, is that it's slow, so speeding that up could be good. And each strike grants mortality until you take damage. Mortality is a fleeting bonus of plus 1% critical chance for your charged moves specifically, up to a maximum of plus 13%. Unlucky for Thanatos, which is perhaps kind of fitting, since he is sort of, the god of death. Death comes peacefully for many mortals, yet foes of the realm, exceptions must be made. Or foes of the realms. Okay, maybe we do give this a shot. That we have a lot of these materials, so we could upgrade, we could certainly unlock it, at the very least.
Oh, that guy, huh?
That guy, huh? Can we upgrade further? Because the materials necessary might change. Nightmare, I think we did pick up one of those in the previous run. We got some new crafting resources from that, even if we didn't make it all the way. So,
Awaken hidden
I
power.
think I like this, and it's probably not going to be affordable now. Now it costs 2 Nightmare, which also feels fitting for a Thanatos weapon. Okay, so let's rock
I
that.
need more than I have.
And it has the art for him as well. That is cool. The huge death scythe. Okay, so, oh, and then, hold on, we also got the new familiar unlocked.
What a chap.
I forget, what, do we sprint into you? We sprint into you, and then you attack, is your thing? Hold on. Remind me of the details. And it gives us an extra Death Defiance. Right, okay, no, we are definitely going to try taking you. Sorry, Freenos, we gave Freenos plenty of time to do his thing. So I don't think we need to be too concerned about that. Okay, let's head on up. As I said, oh, well, let's take a look at what this looks like. Oh, Polyphemus. Okay, I mean, that's convenient, because it's going up. And it's, I would hope, we can at least defeat Polyphemus. So, okay, sure. We'll go with that. As I said, I'm not sure if we are going to be any more successful than we were last time, because I kind of feel like we got a little lucky last time round, but maybe we're a little bit more in practice this go-round. Oh, and those of you who have played Hades 1 will recognize this symbol, but we have not yet seen it in Hades 2.
I was beginning to think this one would never show his face. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept.
She knows! She knows! The new boon-giving god, the one that we probably would have expected to have seen from the onset, but here he is. Ares.
Student of death. Perhaps you know me from my work, as I'm increasingly intrigued with yours. Our king insisted that I act upon the violence now spiraling out of control. So here, a first of many contributions to the cause.
You would think Ares would be quite busy, given everything that's going on right now. Okay, so let's see. We've seen in the past, comparing the boons that a god or goddess gave in Hades 1 to the boons they give in Hades 2, sometimes they're somewhat similar, but other times they are completely different. So, Ares was, in Hades 1, his archetype was generally so almost like what Zeus is in Hades 2, to be honest, where you have an attack of whatever variety, and then there's a delay before it deals a large burst of damage. So I'm curious to see if they've mixed things up here at all. Your specials deal more damage and inflict wounds. That's new. What is that? Your strike has plus 50 base power when inflicting this, can be reapplied after 3 seconds. So that's kind of similar in that it's a burst of damage, and then you can't do that repeatedly, but it's a bit more of a slow and methodical playstyle. That could be intriguing. Although we did take a faster weapon, so if we'd taken the base axe, might have made more sense. Your cast create a falling blade over each foe in the binding circle for 80 damage. That's a reasonably high number for what is just the basic rarity cast. Sounds like it hits every enemy exactly once. Your dash creates a row of falling blades along your path for 60 damage. This is the highest rarity option. Let's try this.
The will to fight.
Ooh, okay. That is interesting. I feel like it's going to be kind of hard to deliberately aim that at a specific enemy. Okay. This is faster than the usual starting axe is, but certainly if you're doing the full-blown combo, it is still pretty slow.
The fishing point.
Okay, so do we automatically finish this without doing the minigame because we have the new cat familiar? We might. Like how Freenos automatically gets the shades. Oh. Is that a high rarity one as well? I feel like it might be, because that looks kind of special. Okay. So we did not take the aspect that had to do with the whole cast and special synergy, right? Oh, then we run into you and you attack people. See how that works out? I don't even remember how the basic special works, to be honest with you. We were looking at the charge special earlier, a little bit. Yes, this is definitely a little more experimental, what we're going with here on several levels. We do have a lot of AoE. Might be our biggest strength. Probably is. So, I feel like in the past, with the axe, we had gone with Poseidon, because I kind of like that idea. You have big AoE and then you have knockback as well. kind of works into... Oh, did we have the opportunity to gift to Ares? I'm not sure if we did. We might not have, because it was our very first time meeting him, and sometimes you can't do it in those instances, but that was perhaps the primary person that I was trying to save a nectar for. So hopefully he'll pop up again, and then we can do it.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
That foolish titan. He has awakened Typhon, the most terrible monstrosity that ever lived. I still bear my scars from when we first clashed very long ago. Together, we did vanquish him before. We shall have to manage it again.
I did do a little reading up on Typhon, and apparently Typhon, obviously the father of all monsters, or the vast majority of monsters in Greek mythology, along with Gaia, who is basically the... I don't know if goddess or titan is even the correct word. She's just the earth, period. So Gaia plus Typhon were the parents of many of the big monsters that we've seen. And it seems like there's some conflicting opinions as to exactly who you do and do not include as to who are among those. But there are several very notable ones. I think Cerberus is on that list. Obviously, we know Cerberus pretty well. Lerny, the Hydra, who we know fairly well from Hades 1, at least. And then I think even, it was a little more uncertain on this front, some people were saying that the Furies also could be the children of Typhon, although that's not necessarily the consensus opinion. Among many others, I'm sure, as well. Let's see, your Hex... Oh, right. So, if we are spending... Is that art new on the left? With Selene reaching down? I feel like it is, or maybe I just completely ignored it before? Which would be a shame, because it looks good. We did not do much on the Hex side of things last time, because we primed a whole bunch of our magic, but let's see. So Hex makes you rise up and crash down in the target area for 200 damage. Hex restores some health up to 3 times, and those will replenish whenever we use a fountain. It's much more defensive. Hex fires a beam that deals huge damage over 2 seconds. Not sure if we've taken the moon water before, but we have taken these other ones. And I forget... This gains a whole bunch when we get future upgrades. This gains no power with subsequent upgrades, so this one has the most long-term potential. Maybe we do go this route then.
I can see you may direct the lunar ray.
Huzzah! And it's one that if we upgrade a whole lot, we can make it so that we don't need to stand still. We can just activate it and run off and do our own thing later, which is preferable since we are vulnerable when we are actively using our Kamehameha. Okay, so Hammer does stand out, but let's take a look at what we have to work with here. Medea was probably one of the main ways that we dealt a huge chunk of damage against Typhon. So if we do make it all the way up, it would be nice if we had exactly the same boon from her. So I'm thinking her, the Hammer. I would kind of like to get Ares again, if nothing else, then at least so that we can gift to him one of our nectars. So then with the remaining stuff, I was saying Poseidon earlier, maybe there are two Apollos, and Hermes is also typically quite good as well. We have some good options. It's gonna be a little hard to choose some of them, but they are good options. It's kind of hard not to hit some of the adjacent things when we have such a large area of effect, like these explosive containers. Usually that's fine, but every once in a while you want to, not blow things up on yourself. Okay, so we can do basically melee range type of damage with the special, and then if we charge it up, I think it can become ranged. But that was maybe not the best instance to do the charge up. Okay, I just remembered. One of the reasons why I also didn't like the axe in the past, and it just happened then, is that sometimes I remember I found that maybe it's just from doing a little too much button mashing, but we would end up in the full combo, which is very slow, especially this third component to it. And I had not thought that I pressed the key for that third hit in the combo, and I got hit a lot in the process there, so something to be mindful of. Let's see, your attacks also deal 60 damage to surrounding foes for each and every strike. We have a lot of AoE, so that would seem to be something quite good. We have a lot of, or at least we have better attack speed than usual. It is still fairly slow. We haven't taken this yet, though, so maybe we use this as our tiebreaker, and then if we can get another hammer, this would be awesome.
Further refined.
And the other one was what? Special gets stronger, and then it uses up some of our magic, which, for the sake of powering up our hex, wouldn't have been a terrible idea, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities later on
Where to from here?
to find ways to spend magic efficiently. How much faster is it now? Okay, that's a reasonable speed. I think we go with Ares. I don't know if he's necessarily going to be the best choice for us, build-wise, because we still don't know very much about him. We'll give it a shot.
You'll be
We'll
out
do
in
that.
no time, Shades.
Like, that is not the time when I would have liked to have broken that, but I didn't really have a choice in the matter. I do see you. This might actually be more damage up close, to be honest with you. I think it is. If it's a single enemy.
Ares.
There's the gold purse ranking up, so we get a little more monies, which is nice. Okay, so now we gift. So we have one nectar that we purchased, I think, specifically for this purpose.
Lord Ares, I know mortal warriors often would make offerings to you before their battles to the death. I likewise wish to pay you my respects. No mercy for our foes.
And so hopefully that means, if nothing else, even if we fail miserably on this run, we'll at least get a new keepsake to work with.
I shall not take such honors without giving in return, especially from one who understands my work. A living weapon such as you ought to have this.
Oh?
This I accept. from
Sword
you, my
hilt.
lord.
I mean, there's... After having played Hades 1 and now Hades 2 a fair bit, you realize just how much overlap there is across the pantheon of gods and goddesses. You have the god of war, Ares, but he is not the god of death, nor is he the god of the underworld, nor is he the god of doom. Those are all different gods. So, but that you could see how there's a lot of things that probably do fall pretty close to, there's a lot of overlap between them.
My authority.
Let's see, our casts create a falling blade. Oh, we saw this, but now it just deals more damage because it's higher rarity. Whenever you run out of magic, prime 15 life until your next location to restore some magic. Mortal Gain is the name of it. Oh man, that's pretty aggressive. I mean, if we were really all in on the hex, then this could be a great way to set that up, but I feel like we're not there yet. If we have more charged magic related stuff and we upgrade our hex further, then eventually this could make sense, but this just doesn't seem like our top priority right now. Let's see, you deal more damage to foes that are nowhere near other foes. Huh. Let's try that. Single elimination. It is the highest rarity.
Done here.
30% extra damage. I honestly did not even notice this, but we'll take it for sure. I feel like I've not been paying particularly close attention to the urns. Oh, or these. I totally would have missed this.
Fight back.
Ooh. Oh, that was blocking us. Okay. I was a little confused as to why I couldn't run straight at you there. Now you're unarmored. Wait, was that hold on. I'm gonna double check. Well, we can read up more on Ares, yes, but this was... All of our types of skills deal 30% extra damage, right? It's not just our attack? Yeah, okay. Looks like it.
All is possible.
Some more magic, so we would be even less in need of that previous Ares boon that we were talking about. I think we're good to go now. Alright, so now I think we can just focus entirely on whatever we think is the best for our build. And I am, once again, pretty intrigued by what we got from Medea last time, and she does have some interesting stuff even outside of that. So what, we have 4 left, so if Medea, that's 1. If we go... I don't want to pass up Hermes. It feels like he's so often so good as well. He also has some that are really good the earlier you get them. So maybe... The question is basically, do we skip Poseidon or do we skip the double Apollo? Zeus could also be good for slow attacks, even if we're trying to make them faster. Let's go Hermes, because he might be able to speed up our moves even further, and at that point, I think we can no longer say we have slow attacks. Also not quite sure what qualifies as an enemy that is nowhere near other enemies. Oh, yeah, I did see that, but I was a little slow to do anything about it. That is true. That is true. Please stop that. Ow, really? Ow. Oh, and I forgot that you also spawn after the fact.
Delivery.
Good news is we can now be sure what Gramps had planned for us, but bad news is it's Typhon and he's big. Hawk stopped him once, so how hard could it be?
And that is also an important aspect of the Typhon lore and mythology, is that I forget if they explicitly stated it in that confrontation we had with him, but obviously Zeus made an appearance, and Zeus is the one who defeated him in the past using his Thunderbolt, so it is very fitting that that is how he contributed quite a bit to our fight, and may have something more to say if we make it even further. Let's see, attack, special, and cast are 10% faster. That's kind of what I was thinking. Could be a way to make us, well, even faster still. Channel your charge casts and your normal casts expire faster. Oh. Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's bad for the normal cast, right? But it's actually good for the charge cast because it deals damage once it ends, I think. It's, to be honest, it's so rare that I actually use charge cast. It's probably the thing that I use the charge up version of the most infrequently. This is kind of the thing that I was looking for, either this or one of the ones that gives us additional gold the longer we go on, or stuff like that, you know, that has long-term value when we pick it up at the very beginning of a run.
Hold still in their shades.
Okay, I think we're good to go now. And now, slightly faster. Yeah, I mean, this... We're now at the point where you might even be able to say that this is no longer the slowest weapon in the game. This is probably pretty close to the staff in terms of speed. So now it's what, 2? No, 3 left. Oh, right, Medea. Let's do that. Seems like she's basically here every time.
Good evening.
The sorceress.
If not very close to every time.
You work so tirelessly at your craft, Lady Medea. If I may ask, where do you find the strength for your pursuits night after night?
It's very much straightforward, sorceress. I seek to punish all who wronged me in
Oh.
proportion to the harm they caused. Though have no fear, you're not on any list of mine.
So, spite is your inspiration.
Have you been wronged so often that you need more than one list of wrongdoers? What happens when you've cursed them all?
My lists are based on categories of affront, from mere dislikes to deep betrayals. As for what happens after I've achieved my work, I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Oh, okay. Let's see. After each encounter, gain max magic? I don't know if we've ever seen that before. That's definitely the earlier you get it, the stronger it is. After a foe is slain, you have 10% chance to find 20 gold up to 2 times per encounter. The earlier you get it, the better. Foes' range shots have slower travel speed. I mean, it's a little hard to get excited about that, but at the same time, if you think specifically to maybe some boss fights that have really strong ranged attacks, that could actually be somewhat significant. But, I mean, I feel like you have to go with one of these two. How much do we want to build around the Hex? Because if we take this, that does make it a lot easier to do this. And then we'd want to get more charged specific boons. Otherwise we go this route. We did take the coin purse and it did get upgraded, so we're already doing okay from a starting point for gold. But of course, you can almost always benefit from getting more. I feel like this is a little more versatile. I feel like this is another one where we've taken it before and it was a little annoying sometimes actually going over to pick it up, because sometimes it's not obvious if it dropped, and if it did, where it dropped. So we probably missed several of them. But I think since you can then use that gold for just about anything, or at least use that gold in a shop, it could potentially upgrade any of a number of things, whereas the magic upgrade, it's a little more limited in what it can do for you. It would mean we're pretty reliant on the Hex and charged up moves. So now it's, do we go double Apollo? Or do we, well, Apollo actually has AoE for a lot of his things, which is not bad for what is, at least starting off with, the largest AoE weapon. So okay, I think double Apollo could work for the similar reasons to why we were saying we might want to use... Oh!
Good evening.
Go to Poseidon.
You're either good or ill fortune. Not yet made up my mind.
Hello there.
Stand clear.
No, thank you. Nope. Too slow. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, also the destroying that thing that releases all the shades is very useful. We're trying to defeat him. What's left? Nothing. Oh, what? He can attack us? Rude! Oh, I did not know that enemy was there. Can we attack him to stun him? Doesn't seem like it. Nope, no. Hit that. Stay away. Nope, you stay away. You don't hit me. Ow. I got that one. But we got a pretty decent amount of gold out of that.
No survivors. You work, you get paid.
Olympus is fortunate to have your strength and service, son of Zeus.
I serve the gods all right. Served them a long time, one tall order after another. They brought me fame, glory, everything. They never get enough of me.
But you've had enough of them. Then, what are you doing here?
That's interesting.
My work history can demonstrate I never get enough of them either. I take a job, I do it. Enough of this.
Oh, okay. And away he goes. Well, we got quite a bit of gold out of that, and then we still get this.
The surface used to be more pleasant, but ever since the siege, Uncle Poseidon has been going all out with quakes and cataclysms in response, stirring up the land like it's his mixing bowl.
And this is interesting because usually, whenever someone makes reference to another god or goddess, it is almost exclusively when they're about to give a duo boon. But technically, there are some prerequisites that you must reach in order to be eligible for a duo boon. We would need to already have some boons from both Apollo and Poseidon, so I don't think that's about to happen. But we did get a ton of duo boons in the previous run, like a ridiculous amount, more than I even thought was possible. We can swap for a higher rarity dash from you. Gives us a lot of speed, and it dazes foes. We lose the damage as a set. I feel like I wasn't the biggest fan of the Ares dash that we picked up. Maybe, you know, it'll just kind of... It's hard to deliberately aim to hit enemies with the dash without getting hit in the process, but I'm sure it'll hit some people along the way, and we'll get some quote-unquote free damage. Deal more damage until you take damage. If you take no more for 15 seconds, regain this. Okay, maybe. After you take damage, automatically damage and daze all foes in the vicinity, making it so that they have a 20% chance to deal no damage, lasting for 9 seconds. Against bosses in particular, that could be very good. I mean, this could as well, if you're able to dodge the bosses for a while. Maybe we go with Perfect Image. I don't really want to take you, even if I'm not I don't think I'm a huge fan of our existing dash. Oh. Oh, I did not see you. Oh, we have to do... I'm so not used to doing this anymore.
Didn't work.
Okay, also very out of practice. Wait.
Let me help you.
Okay, you have to hold, not just press. Okay. If you do it faster, it seemed like we missed out on the last threshold, so maybe if we did it faster, we would have gotten a little bit more in return. But not bad, and I don't think that Psyche is that high on our priority list of things we really want. Okay, so now we can also look to get one more boon from you. Our AoE is pretty huge. We haven't really done anything to improve it yet, so
No, you don't.
that would get better still. You know what? Turn up enemies here.
That should have done it.
Oh, this gives them extra shields. That's why I saw one of these guys had something like 4 layers of the blue shield on him. I was like, what? Where did that come from? Okay, hold on. There's the little coin. I want to see if there happens to be any more of them. Nope. As I said, they definitely can be small enough to miss. Let's see. Attacks deal more damage in a larger area, so if we're trying to go for the AoE on the attacks, that could be good. Specials deal more damage in a larger area. You can see the theme here. Casts expand in size until they expire, up to 60%. That doesn't affect the damage on the cast, though. I think I was mostly looking for the attack. If we take that.
Lost.
Okay, and then we can get more attack damage, more blades damage, or more no-hit bonus. I think we take the basic attack here. Oh yeah, no, this is humongous now. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Building around an attack like that, so that makes sense. Wait. The 2 side rooms? This? Or is this the one that we just went into? Oh. I mean, we'll take it. Sure. Alright, and now we should be good to go. We have 850 gold already. Again, most of that is coming from the keepsake, but we did get some beneficial gold encounters. I was half expecting Heracles to be there. Ooh. Not thrilled about our options here, to be honest with you. Hera we don't have yet, or not really. Well, she does kind of synergize with AoE because she makes it easier to spread damage across multiple enemies, even if you don't hit them directly, if I remember correctly. The Palm, honestly, the basic attack might still be the thing that we're most interested in upgrading. I don't think it's the dash. Can't upgrade our hammer. Maybe Nimble Limbs. Actually, I don't remember if you can even upgrade the boons from Hermes. I think his are a little bit different. Right, this improves the damage, not the AoE, but still. I think that is the way we want to go there. Chat with you real quick.
I I've run into Lord Hermes at the summit of Olympus, making preparations against Typhon with the rest. Have you been able to cross paths with him? So, not for very long.
Okay. I think we do still take this, and then there's the 5 ashes, which is not very exciting. I might just skip that.
Measured in mere coin. The very idea is absurd. Yet, there you are, paying for goods and services as though Kronos has already prevailed.
Okay, let's see. Don't really want to swap out the attack, even if that is a lot of damage and good rarity as well. Charge moves create a fissure, deals damage in a long line, but uses more magic. That could be good to help set up our hex a little bit more, so we don't yet really have much that's helping us in that way. Damaging effects from Olympians are stronger for each boon giver you have. Oh, that's very interesting. I do like this, but I also really like this. Bonus effect damage per god or goddess plus 8%. We already have 1, 2, wait. You're Apollo. Apollo twice. Ares, that's 2. Does Medea count? I don't know that Medea counts. I kind of doubt it. Hermes must, though. That'd be 3. There's another Ares. I think we have 3 right now. That's 24 damage, or actually 24 once you factor in Hera. So 32% damage across the board, which is pretty good. And it could go higher still, so as much as I really would like to see this as well. I think we're skipping this. Even if we have a lot of gold, I'm just betting on us having future occasions when that gold is going to be more useful.
Hairs on the back of my neck all standing up, and not because of you. Or maybe it is, but it's like I got a mark on me. Not had this feeling in a while.
Huh. Wait, what is he referencing? At first, when he said hairs on the back of his neck standing up, I thought he was alluding to Zeus making that appearance against Typhon, and so maybe that's had some sort of ripple effect. But then the whole mark, that doesn't seem to be Zeus related. I don't know.
Nothing personal, Cyclops. But the Testament of Night requires...
Oh,
obedience.
that!
You needn't concern yourself with the inner workings of it, so how about we just fight?
That. Okay. And then if we do either not make it to Typhon at all, or fail at Typhon, then at the very least we hopefully can defeat you to get some nightmare out of this.
I didn't get a damn word you said at the beginning there, but you got me on board and just fight.
Alright. Hold on. Yeah. I'm always thrown off by not being able to stand very close to him. He's doing his thing. Oh, and I thought I had aimed that better than I did. Oh, man. Saw it coming. I just thought that I could dodge it from there. Oh, now we're just using all of our resistances early. I'm pretty sure he was about to grab us. That black sheep does not like us. He is not our friend. Do not mistake it for a friend. I was gonna use our hex there. Oh, you didn't technically spawn in yet? How dare you? Okay, our AoE is big enough that we can kind of still hit him in this phase. It's a little odd with our attack. We can always do this. But it only take one of those to get into hex range. It might only take one, which is actually really nice. Oh, oops. Okay, it's the damage from the fire. Yep, okay. Did expect that grab. I think that also, yeah, is wind up for grab. Oh, I also have this ready to go. Targeting on this a little finicky, but also I think it does not have infinite range, even though it may kind of look like it. Dodge this. Don't get hit by the sheep. eats the sheep. I don't really know what it does, to be honest with you. What? Excuse me? I was kind of waiting for an opportunity to use the hex. Actually, a little bit difficult to find a window for it, to be honest with you. Ah, gosh. No. Magic for it. This is convenient though. I wish that hit him. Oh, I can see that he was doing a ranged attack there. Hello, sir. Please do not grab me. Oh! He's also about to... he was about to kill us. This is not our best defensive performance, not by any means. Hopefully we can heal off a fair bit of that damage, but... yes, not exactly what we were looking for. We did get the nightmare, though. That's good. Oh, what's this?
There's an old adage which goes, one would be wise never to strike a sleeping cyclops, and instead carefully walk by. But at times, exceptions must be made.
Well, he has Z's over his head now, so looks like he is sleeping. Technically we are now going past the sleeping cyclops.
I might make one of those exceptions now. How does he live like this?
Okay. Well, yeah, you know, we would like to have a little more health than that. Let's see. We no longer benefit from the gold purse. It is now fully upgraded. Oh, this is new. Yeah, let's check this out. Boon from Ares is more likely and can rarefy his common boons. Okay, so it's like the keepsakes you typically get from the other boon-giving gods and goddesses. As for what we might be looking for in this floor, we now know that there is one more floor in total. We could use the Ghost Onion to heal up a little bit more. Since we are still not at full health, we would actually end up using a fair bit of that just walking out of this room. Otherwise, wait, what do you do again? Oh, we deal more, but also take more damage. This is really good if we're trying to go the Hex route. That's a little tempting. Might try this and just cross our fingers that we aren't going to have to worry so much about the defenses here. We could get healing, or just extra max health. That could be helpful, and since we did save a little bit of money previously by not purchasing everything at a shop, we could probably go for this. Maybe we pass on the armor. It delivers after 5 encounters? That's a long wait for what is a pretty small upgrade. This comes after just 1 encounter. It's actually more expensive than it would usually cost at a shop. I never really took notice of this, but is the price in part based on how long the delivery is? Like, would this be a little bit lower if this were going to take us 2 or 3 or 4 encounters before it arrived? Because this does seem pretty expensive. I think it probably is still worth it, though, to be honest with you. And you could make the case that this is now as well, since we now do have more reason to use the Hex, or at least we're starting to build more around the Hex. I think we go for it. Still the beginning of just the second floor, so I think we have plenty of time to get more gold.
Done there.
And even if we get 1 additional shop on this floor, we should still have some monies to work with. This used to be where we would always run into the cats. We now have the cat with us. No comments by taking her there. Right, so we basically get 2 free rooms of healing. I do want to try to be careful here, though. I do see that trope. Nope, stop doing that.
And now to set a course.
Oh, okay. There's the delivery. And this is a little bit tough. I think we'd have to do this. They both help for the same cause.
For my father.
But ultimately, I think the Selene is still more impactful. harder to get. It's a little hard to perma-stun lock people.
Vengeance.
Ooh, hello. So our attack, it is faster than it would usually be, yes, but it is still fairly slow.
The path
Okay.
of stars.
Oh boy! That's a lot of points to work with. Alright, just remind me what these final options are. Hex fires 3 beams in a fan pattern, and then is this the one where, yeah, it fires on its own. We don't need to stand still to do it. That's a really big difference maker. I'd like to get that. That costs 1, or do we start here? We have to take that. That's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to make this happen. I think it's pretty much a no-brainer. As we're going there, during our Hex we take less damage, especially if we're running around while the Hex is doing its own thing. That is convenient. Hex has plus 40 power. Over the course of every 1 second, if it lasts longer, it gains more damage then. Take even less damage while it's active. Gains even more damage over time. Charges up automatically every second a little bit. That is nice. Then we get this. It does make it cost more to activate it. Fine print there. See, you deals 50 damage every 0.2 seconds in an area around us. Okay. We do have enough to get all the way to this notable one as well, though. What's this do? Deals damage in an area at the end points. I mean, we may be able to get even more Selene stuff happening later on. I don't think this was that big of a deal. I mean, maybe against really large hitbox boss enemies, you might actually be able to functionally triple your damage against them, but otherwise, I'm not sure that that's a super high priority. Damage around us. Damage around the end point, or we could actually make it to this one as well. Your Hex fires for up to... Oh, it increases the duration. What does... Oh, it just has a flat 2-second duration. We get 2 more rounds of auto generation, or auto charge on the way to this guy. I kind of like that. Ooh. That is also really good if you can make it so that your Hex fires off numerous times per encounter, which, with the help of having it charge up more regularly, I think we do this, and then if we get future Selene stuff, we might go in that other direction. What are you? Earn up additional gold, depending on how quick we are. I think we can do it. It's a lot of little guys. Fortunately, they are weak enough, but we can hit them pretty... we can hit almost all of them simultaneously. Oh, you did hit me with the AoE attack you had there.
Enough of that.
I think that's worth it. We did take a little bit of damage, but got a lot of gold out of it. Didn't quite pay off some of our earlier investments, but it helps. You are a very big deal. And by that I mean, I'm going to stay out of your AoE. So you have more than we do. Well, you might not, actually. Oh, and here's the extra magic. Okay, yep, we did purchase that before. Now we have a lot to work with. Help charge up our Hex. This also gives us a little bit of max health. I always forget what this one does. Is it armor? I mean, it's a very small amount, but I think we'll still go with this. Oh, okay. A little mad that you spawned right on top of me. Yes, I did have time to do something about that, but thought we'd be able to get rid of you quickly enough that that wouldn't be a problem. We're also armored, so I couldn't stagger you at all. Yeah, 5 max life. I mean, it's almost completely insignificant, but never know for sure. Palm or extra money. I mean, we're doing pretty well from a money standpoint, especially after that trove, so maybe that gives us reason to go the palm route instead. This is ready to go, so I will use it. Oh, that really looked like I hit myself with the Hex. I was very confused for a second there. Okay, can you please do something? It does feel like it takes a fairly conscious effort to activate you. It's a little unfortunate. I mean, I guess that's kind of similar to the passive projectile blocking that Freenos sometimes has, where how often were we actually noticing how much of a difference that made? It was pretty rare. I think we go for this still. Attack is the primary source of damage. Ooh, that is good, and good timing as well, because we have taken a fair bit of damage.
Ray of light and mote of dark, cotton plant and shard of flint. Oh, you're back!
Hello.
So what is even happening there at the Mountain of the Gods? Some nights, great plumes of flame appear on the horizon, and storm clouds, terrible as ever I have seen.
The source of these phenomena is a two-pronged assault on Mount Olympus. The Titan Prometheus and his raiders, and the monster Typhon himself. I'm headed to face them.
Yeah, still looking for a little more clarity on how those two things are related.
Good heavens, you mean face them all, Poppet? Although perchance the perils you confront beneath the earth are even worse. Let me protect you then, as best I can.
Okay, can we... I'm curious to see, which was it? This. Giving us the extra damage based on how many gods and goddesses we have. Let's see if this goes up after we take something from you, because I feel like, since you're technically not the standard type of god or goddess giving us boons, this might not count. Various animal familiar abilities are 100% stronger this night. Does that mean just your attack? Or does that also mean your bonus Death Defiance? Because if that means we get an extra Death Defiance, I'm all for it. If it means only your damage goes up, I'm not interested at all. Abilities are stronger. That makes it sound like it's not just the direct damage. What are the other alternatives? Randomly draw one of your active vows and remove its effect this night. Wait. Vows are invocations of various adverse effects. Oh, the shields the enemies start with, we would get rid of then. That's not a huge deal. I think that we're fine keeping that on. Shrink in size, so we move a little bit faster and have plus 10% chance to dodge. We've definitely taken this before, and it's a nice little bonus. We'll take our chances on this, I think, just because if it does truly give us an extra Death Defiance, that would be humongous. Let's see.
Then you shall have it.
Thank you.
Let's see. I hope it says. It does not say either way. It doesn't show us that she's gained extra damage, or an extra Death Defiance, or bonus resources, so I don't know exactly what that affected. And this still says 32. Yeah, I kind of suspected that would be the case. Anything else here? Doesn't look like it.
Good seeing you again.
Like you. We'll try to snipe us from across the entire arena. I'm pretty sure there is another one on the other side of the arena doing just that.
Go to
that. We did use our last nectar recently, although I think in some ways we've kind of already gifted nectar to many of the people who we were looking to gift it to, at least in the short term. So, this gives us, as we were saying, I think a little bit of armor. Oh, we actually charge up our hex when we're just hanging out here, choosing which route we want to take. That is kind of helpful. I think we probably still take the nectar. Okay, I remember some of you guys are really nasty. Trying to stay mobile here, so as to avoid getting hit by stuff like that. The big AoE does help against enemies with huge AoE.
next bearing.
Okay, so extra life would be kind of useful. We don't have a ton right now, and we have taken a fair bit of damage. But we don't yet have anything from Aphrodite, and that would give us an 8% damage bonus on top of whatever direct bonus we get from Aphrodite, so I think we go for it. Oh, wait, hold on. Look to the direct right of our life bar, where you see our Death Defiances, and it says 3 with the little blood symbol. I think that's our usual Death Defiances, and then there's sort of grayish off green heart with a 2 next to it. I think those are the Death Defiances from our familiar. And that says 2. So I think we did double it. So I think that was the right choice to go that route then. Where are the enemies? They are over here. Did I get hit there? No, maybe not. Go do your thing. Oh, I did not charge that up long enough. But I could do this. And then run away from your attack. There are more enemies. I should have known. Go away. You're still armor. Should be where. Oh, well, now you aren't. Huzzah! So that's okay. No, don't. Okay, I tried to get clever and use the special because I was like, it's been a while since we used the special, and at one point in time, that was actually dealing more damage than the attack, but we haven't upgraded the special, and we have upgraded the attack, so that's no longer the case.
Birdie told me Doom himself showed up where you reside.
That's Ares,
While
yes.
that bodes ill for you, and perhaps for us all. At least he's quite the looker, isn't he?
I don't think this could be a duo boon, because again, we don't yet have anything from Aphrodite, although this gains chance to dodge based on how many air ones we have. We have 2 at the moment, so it'd be 6% chance to dodge, and could scale that more going forward, but it's not great timing for that. Specials, we don't have anything going for that yet. Cast Inflict Weak. Dragging enemies toward the center and dealing a little bit of damage roughly every second. I think maybe we take our chance with this. It is kind of nice to have one of these. And then...
Wow.
Does that count as an air boon? No, it doesn't. Okay. So, I mean, 6% chance to dodge. Hopefully that does go up a little bit in the future. And I don't think this is the penultimate room. Feels a little early for that. We can see.
The Black Flagship.
I'm not sure. I don't know. But I think we can take this probably before the Ares boon. Upgrades the Ares dash. Okay, I mean, theoretically, it is actually a fair bit of base damage. It's just, as I said, really hard to aim with it.
Olympus, accept this message.
More Ares. And on this occasion, with the special, what was wound? Has, oh right, extra damage, but it has basically a cooldown before you can apply it again. Cast creates a falling blade over each foe in the binding circle, or after you take damage, spill a blood drop, or 2. Grants plus 1% move and strike speed in this location when touched, or soon expires. 35% drop chance. So obviously if that happens once, that's not a lot. But I think basically the idea there is if you take a whole bunch of hits in an encounter, then you could get a bunch of those, and at that point you're looking at 5 or more % additional move and strike speed, which is probably still going to end up being lower than this. But this is only attack special cast, it does not include movement speed. This does include movement speed, so I don't know. Still feels like this is not quite strong enough to justify unless you have some really reliable way of healing. So I think we might go with this.
For the battle to come.
Okay, this might be the boss fight. Is it? No. Okay, honestly I think that's probably a good thing. Just a little bit more time to hopefully power up. Slash heal. Did you just choose to attack the explosive container instead of an enemy? There might not have been any enemies, but still. Okay, so we do have a lot of gold still. And we have the automatic... okay, no, this isn't charging up our hex, even when we're just choosing stuff. So you can see how much our hex is charged up in the bottom left corner there. But, that means we're a little less reliant on having magic. Maybe we still do this, to be honest with you. I think maybe there wasn't any wrong answer on that occasion. trapped in that corner.
Back to dust.
Let's do this. Oh, I walked straight into one of those. Dodged one, only to walk into the other one. Oh, we are very low on health. That's bad. This is bad.
Lost too much blood.
I agree. And so we will pass on that, especially since that would otherwise be... it would be for gold, and that's just not what we are in particular need of right now. This is probably the penultimate room. We've taken more damage since we were in the last shop. Maybe this one will have healing. We passed up on armor last time, which maybe was not the right move. Okay, yeah, this is going to be the boss fight going in. So, not in a great place defensively at the moment. We'll take this. See what we get. Sword Ring, is that the one that we just got? The Ares cast? Yeah. Wait, how much damage is it now? 140? I mean, it's a pretty high number. Take this.
Message.
It's a duo! Your falling blades from Ares drop one more time in succession and deal damage in a larger area. That must be combined with Ares. Blade area of effect plus 50%. It'd make our dash a lot easier to hit with. Our special, I mean, we haven't really had much time to look at this. And it kind of just seems like this is pretty straightforward. If the enemy is there, they get hit. So that AoE is, I'm not really sure how much that's affected by this duo boon, but I think we're taking it regardless. Don't really need that. And the blade rifts were really common on Ares boons in Hades 1, but yeah, we're going duo. Going duo. And then, I mean, would have liked for that to have been healing of some variety. I don't. It might give us armor, but only in a tiny amount. You might not even get that when you purchase those things rather than getting them from an end room reward. So, unfortunately, probably means we are about to use a Death Defiance in this encounter. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened to us before, but I don't feel good about it. We did pick up an extra Death Defiance from this, but it does still kind of feel like we're wasting that. Of course, this is not really the way you want to be using that.
Took forever getting here. Turned up practically as dead as the crews of all those ships headed this way.
That might legitimately be in response to how long it took us to get here.
Apologies for any inconvenience, Eris. Fortunately, there's a quite refreshing fountain not too far from here, which should do wonders for my injuries.
That also might not be a coincidence that, oh, yeah, I don't know if Eris's comment was referencing how long time-wise it took us to get here, or just the fact that we have very low health going into this encounter, which is not as directly a reference to, well, it would be weird to say it took you a long time in response to us having low health, but what Malinois is saying seems to be much more in response to us having low health, which is why I'm not really sure what it was that triggered this conversation going in this direction, but either way, it's interesting.
Oh, then you're so close. Maybe you can make a break for it. The pathway out of here is right behind me.
It is true. I would very much like to do that.
I hate cats.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Yeah, burn it all
Okay.
down.
Okay. Don't like it. Down. Got that earlier. You have the Hex, though, which is quite useful. For just... Oh, that was horrible. Did I just use Death Defiance? I might have. Now she's immune. Gets extra damage, of course. Did she get extra AoE as well? Because it kind of looked like it on that occasion. Okay. Nope. I still really don't know what the proper way to avoid that is. Okay, that was horrible. We have 1 health. Hold on. Give me 1 more second to do this. Thank you. No! So close! probably about to phase? Yeah. If we dealt slightly more damage to her, she might have phased before she... I mean, she was going to do this one way or another. The question is more so, are we about to use the second Death Defiance? Which is probably going to be the case, because I'm so bad against this boss. We've had a little more success against her as of late, but that may be a little bit of a reminder to us that it's not so long ago that we were getting kind of stuck on this fight.
Over here.
Come on. She just wants to phase, technically, right? Just gonna use that to try to do this safely and then fail miserably in the process. Oh my god!
Plenty more.
This is so bad. Now she's immune. Oh no, or she leaves. Oh my god. Oh. Just call it quits right now. It's over. Oh, it's over. Oh my goodness. Did I mention that I don't like this boss fight? Not at her. The other enemy. She killed us? Oh my god!
Turn to shadow now.
Oh my god! Was that 5? At least 5 Death Defiances? Oh, that is probably the biggest throw we've ever had. That was pitiful. Oh no. That was so bad.
Another night, another lesson learned.
Well, I mean, we were saying earlier how, hey, at least if this run doesn't go so well, we got the nightmare from defeating Polyphemus, and we got the keepsake from Ares. We met Ares, but, well, beyond that, things did not go particularly well.
Hey, you were talking in your sleep a little bit. Not that I paid too close attention, but where were you last night anyway? You seem a little off.
Well, if you're referring to 2 nights ago, it was very successful, and we did get to a new place. If you're referring to last night, then it went horribly.
Oh, just... I was up there, on the surface. I never thought I'd see it for myself, and now I'm there night after night. It's cold, damp, overrun with the dead.
You're really selling me on the whole thing. If it's that bad, how come you keep on going over there? I'd just stay here if I were you. Or me.
I mean, I do still think that going down is definitely a fair bit easier than going up, especially after adding that new floor with a bunch of new enemies, mini-bosses, and obviously Typhon, the final boss, as well.
You don't understand. I have to go that way. It's part of my task. Well, not officially, but... Look, I won't bore you with the details. I should go.
But we didn't get anywhere near those enemies this time, of course.
Have fun being all cold and damp.
Wait, what? Oh, I did not hear that as cold and damp. I heard that as something dance. I was like, what? Alright, well, hopefully we can still find some productive things to do here. And in general, you know, of course, this is a roguelite, and one of the things that I think Hades won, and it's been a little while since we had a serious early setback like this for Hades 2, but for Hades 2 as well, one of the things that the games have done really well with is still making it feel like even if you die early in a run, there's always something that still made that run productive, or you're going to learn some new and interesting things to progress the plot, or just learn more about the characters.
I'm attempting to contain my enthusiasm for the venerable hero of mortal kind over there, Princess. Our adversary may be crafty, but Odysseus is renowned for his wiles above all.
It figures you would be familiar with the great tactician. Likely he evaded you at least once or twice in his life, if his many tales are to be believed.
Oh, they are to be believed, I can attest.
Okay.
Interesting.
Don't know that we had anything else popping up here. I think it was just that
Yes,
conversation. Oh. Oh, you know she's gonna give us some pretty serious trash talk here.
On black wings does the uncontrollable embodiment of strife go wheresoever she may please, and lately, that is often in the Princess of the Underworld's way.
Unfortunately. The other thing is that we were using the axe, and we basically tried to do everything we could to make the axe feel less like the axe. So, I think it is by far the weapon we've had the least success with. As I said, I have... Whether I was subtle enough with this or not, I don't know, but I have kind of deliberately tried to avoid using it on many occasions before, so that might also have had something to do with how we did not have that much success last time around.
No, one last thing, Eris. The headmistress might have promised Mother she'd look after you, but I did no such thing. So get out of here before I get upset.
Oh, you don't want Nemesis upset.
Oh, please, Nemi, you're already upset. And I'll come and go as I like, thanks. So damn boring here, I can't stand it for long anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, using the word upset there feels like that just does not hit at all. I think they really needed a stronger word there. It's like, oh no, you don't want me to get upset. Nemesis, you're constantly upset. You're gonna need to raise the stakes a little more than that to make this feel like there's any stakes at all in this whatever conflict you have with Eris.
Come and go as you like. You're jeopardizing the task. Don't be such a child.
Don't be such a child. Wait, does that make you my mom? I never answered to Nyx. Think I'm about to start with you.
You'll get what's coming to you either way.
Ooh, a threat.
I mean, they have some pretty similar things they do. Retribution and strife. They do kind of go hand in hand, or at least a little bit. Okay. Anything else, or anyone else of note here? We could look at the records and see how we've done with the axe relative to other weapons, but I'm pretty darn sure it is a lot worse than with anything else. Let's see. Oh, but do we have some new stuff to work with here? We do. We can make more of these morsels, although I don't think we need any more right now, at least. Moonlit Essence from Shadow. Brew 5 Moon Dust. Upgrade Arcana. Brew 3 Moon Dust. Just the amount of time it takes is different, and the resources used are different. I'm forgetting Shadow versus the... What is it? Is it Shadow Dust? Or Stardust here? I think it's Stardust. Which one comes from which? I think the Stardust came from the Chaos Trials, right? But then what did the Shadow come from? That I don't remember. Can also get an apple with nectar. Oh no, use an apple to get nectar. Okay, I don't think that's worth it. There's at least one other thing here. Let's see. Oh right, we saw these before, but we weren't sure if we wanted to commit some of these newer, probably rarer and more difficult to acquire resources to get them. Like allow the statues of the gods and goddesses on Mount Olympus to fight for us. I mean, Olympus is a tricky floor, so getting extra advantages there, there's something to be said for that. Cause locations to sometimes contain a moon monument or unseen sigil. Oh, right, these were optional, kind of like the troves. Extra challenges, extra enemies who can give you a reward. And then this we still don't know. I mean, still, I guess if I had to choose between these, this would be the one that stands out more. Although it uses much rarer resources, those scales in particular. I guess we can do it, since we haven't seen anything else that uses those yet.
So mote it be.
Alright. I just still saw the exclamation point there. Wasn't sure what that was all about. Is it just because we can still afford to do this if we wanted to? I mean, I don't remember where adamant comes from, to be honest with you. I think that's on the surface? Maybe on the... Wait, is that Olympus? Not the summit, but normal Olympus, maybe? We have enough of it, and certainly enough of the other one that we should be fine here, I guess.
Hear me, Selene, if you so desire. Aid me in finding that which I require. It is done.
Okay.
Where are you, headmistress?
Yeah. No Hecate. A little unusual.
Up for more? I'm not the sort to dwell too much about what the three fates may have in store for this goddess, but I do have a bit of fabric we attribute to their work, and now it's yours.
Oh?
Fate fabric. Few better ways to ensure the cauldron properly conducts a magical effect. I could definitely use this if you'd be so kind.
Oh, I'm not kind, I just don't like to lose.
Alright, I mean, a little more crafting resources for free, we'll take them. Oh, there's further evidence that that run was not particularly successful. This still has a long way to go before it sprouts.
Ready to come out?
I think we were kind of running low. Yeah, on things to plant here. So, I guess we just stick with that one thing there. Nothing from Hypnos. Now,
The altar of ashes.
guess we haven't really looked at whether there are particular Arcana cards that we might be able to upgrade. At least not recently. Ooh, like you... Oh, additional rerolls. I mean, we didn't use any in the previous run, and maybe it could have helped us on a few occasions, but not the most exciting of Arcana cards. Or at least I don't like it that much. That's max rank. I'm just looking at the ones that we actually have currently in use. Assuming that those are ones that, well, this one we don't have in use. Wait, what do we... Do we not have... Wait, if it has a purple rank... Oh, if it's purple border, that means it's max rank. So we can't upgrade it further. If it's green, circle around... Okay, no, this just has nothing to do with which ones are active or inactive. It's the little glow effect. Okay. I was trying to focus specifically on the ones that we had active. It's like, you're active, you're active. I think though, and you're active are the only ones that are currently in use but not maxed out. Cast momentarily, make you impervious, and move 50% faster. This was a recent one, a recently changed one that we activated instead of some of the, I think it might have been this that we were using previously, or even that. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have plenty of the moon dust, so I think we're okay with upgrading this a little bit. The feather is much rarer, though. That's from defeating Prometheus. I'm a little more reluctant to sacrifice that. But maybe... That's very inexpensive. Just do that.
I never realized.
Let's do this.
So that's it.
No, this one costs a feather to just unlock in the first place, I think. It's more apples. Oh, now we're running a little bit low on the moon dust, to be fair. Yeah, wait. Why do we not have this further upgraded?
There.
Huh?
So that's it.
Okay. Alright. Then we are quite low on the moon dust now. We could do this one. Any other ones that are currently at? I mean, again, this, but I don't love it. And we can no longer afford it. So, alright, we'll use one of the feathers. Theoretically, Prometheus has been weakened, but didn't even get to him this time around. So, you know, maybe it's a little more complicated than that. Oh, can we... What are we looking at from a upgrade our grasp standpoint? Wait, how much psyche is that? We need 150 more or so. Darkness, we need 2 of that. Shadow, we need 1 more of that. Okay. Some of those things are kind of hard to get. Some of those things we might also need for some of the more unusual or higher ranking aspect upgrades. That is one reason to be a little conservative with how we spend our resources, although we did just spend a whole lot of them. Alright. Oh, did we... Might have unlocked some new ones here. This might be new now that we only just met Ares. And it does, unfortunately, use the axe. This one... Aspect of Thanatos, that is what we were just using. Okay. Well, I think we're still probably looking to continue to go up and hopefully actually defeat Typhon eventually before we circle back over to the Scrying Stone.
How goes it with the never-ending torment stuff, now that you got that oath thing over there? Those nocturnal arms of yours, they must be having a great time.
It's helped us upgrade some of them.
The arms of night. They're reacting to the oath, I think. Growing stronger as the testaments are carried out. Drinking the very nightmares born of mortal's fear of the dark.
I mean, that is true.
Now that is what I like to hear.
It's kind of dark, but yeah. Sure. Alright, so I think that means we're gonna have to wrap things up here. Obviously, wasn't our best run, but we did try out some new stuff, new aspect on the weapon, upgraded it quite a bit. I did still like it more than the base axe, but as I said, the base axe I think right now is my least favorite weapon by a very large margin, and that may have had something to do at least with us completely botching the Ares fight, but oh man. We blew through every single Death Defiance on that fight. I think she was very low health, so we almost managed to make it through. I'm sure we would have almost immediately died after that in that case, but would have at least salvaged some pride if we had defeated her. But anyways, I suppose we will have to end here, so thank you all for watching. Next time, hopefully, we'll do a little bit better, so I'll catch you then.